Let's do this, guys. And we are live, keeping it real over here, guys. So we have our brand new podcast. A little excited because this one is with the team, the whole team over here. So super excited. My name is John Tayeb with the Tayeb Group, powered by Real Broker. We are a New York City brokerage. We cover all the five boroughs. Of course, we do Long Island as well, Nassau and Suffolk. And we go all the way to Westchester and all the way down to Staten Island. And honestly, we are peaking upstate as well. So for all your real estate needs, we are here with the team. We want to be present. And this podcast, did we come up with a name? What was it? Real Estate Roundup or the Real Talk, right? With the team. What was the name, guys?
We are the Real Talk Roundup.
A Real Talk Roundup. I love that. That's a catchy name. And so, what we gonna be discussing? Because I know in today's market there's a lot of information, a lot of news. I think about the market, and not saying that they're not correct. The news, right? I'm not saying that the news are wrong. However, if we don't know how to read the news or if the news are not hyper local, they might not be relevant to the thing which we actually discussing, right? So the real purpose is discussing the news and really see if that's something which is relevant to our local market, because real estate we know that's local, right? So we just wanted to bring this up. So I got over here Felicia Rosado. Felicia, do you want to introduce yourself? Tell a little bit about yourself over here.
Sure. So, like John mentioned, my name is Felicia. I am a realtor. I've been a realtor for a few years now. You can find me on Instagram, your favorite home agent. I am retired from the police department and I now do real estate full time. It's now a new passion of mine. And I now work with a great team. And John's a great coach and a great mentor to us. So thank you, John, for that. And I'm really excited to start this podcast with you guys. I see it being so beneficial to a lot of our viewers. So can't wait to get started with you guys. And that's it for me.
That is awesome, and have a little fun, right, on the podcast too. Like, why not? So good. So who's next? We got Josh on the bottom left.
Sure. All
Josh.
right. What's up, guys? My name is Josh. Uh, I'm in. I just hit 4 years into the business. I service mostly Queens, Long Island, Brooklyn, and the Bronx. But Queens is my specialty. Love real estate. Love working with my team. And yeah, let's have some fun. Let's have a good year. Let's talk about some insight and yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it. I love it, bro. Yes, Josh is a Bayside native, so of course he knows Queens better than his shoes, like literally, right? So good to having you. And we got the last but not the least, Monica. So yeah, Monica, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey everyone, so what's going on? Welcome to the Real Talk Roundup. My name is Monica Toyemi, also known as your New York City agent here in New York. And I'm here to help you with all things Westchester County. I'm talking Elmont, I'm talking Yonkers, Scarsdale, Pelham, and really helping clients with the process of buying in Westchester. I think it's a great market, easy commute to the city. I'm excited to be a part of this and join the team on our first inaugural podcast. It's awesome that we're able to do this together, and we're excited to help homeowners, home buyers on this journey of real estate. It's a fun one. It can be bumpy, but we're excited to help you on the journey.
Yes, let's go. I love that. So I know we said we're gonna start. We don't kick it off with the news, right? But I first, wanted to hear everyone and hear their 5 cents on why they're really doing this. like what does it, what does this podcast really mean for us, I think. And they might differ, right, like agent to agent and person to person. But I'm just curious, like, Felicia, what are some of your reasons you're doing this?
So I think it's important to get your information from real professionals and not just from headlines. We're out in the streets, could say. We're out there working with buyers and homeowners, and we really, really see what's going on in the market firsthand. So if we can give a little insight and give a little value to whoever may need it, I think that this is super important. And I don't think a lot of people are actually bringing a lot of facts or that type of value. Of course, we're going to have our opinions as well on top of that. But I think to really understand what's happening and to get that information from somebody who is actually doing and practicing and
Mm.
helping clients, it's going to be important.
I love it, Felicia. It's so true, right? Like getting the advice from the uncle, about the home purchase, which he never bought a home, right? And he's like 60 years old, but yet he's advising you what you should do when you're buying a home. Yeah. So I hear you. What about you, Josh? What is your reason to be here, man?
She Felicia couldn't have said it better. You want someone that actually walks the walk, not just talks the talk, right? You want somebody that's in the grind every day, right? In the field every day. Um, you know, pretty much just some everybody. You want people that are in it. That's where you want to get your information from, not just from headlines and news, because also with the headlines and news, that's national news and it's not localized. So you know what I mean. You want somebody that's a local expert, because all neighborhoods around the world, right, nationally, it's different. It's different from what's going on in Queens, New York, compared to you know Dallas, Texas, right, or Miami. So you want somebody with local expertise, and we're here to bring it to you guys.
That's awesome, man. Good to have you, Marika.
So my main goal in being here is really just to educate clients, guide clients through the process of, buying and selling a home. I mean, for most people, this is the biggest purchase of your life. And having someone there who's going to really walk you through it, be there to crack a joke, help you with all the paperwork. There's lots that's involved in the process of buying or selling. And it's very satisfying to know that there are clients out there who maybe, weren't successful the first time they tried. They really didn't give up on it. And we met and we were able to get them to the finish line. For a lot of people, buying a home is like a life goal. We're able to accomplish that together. For some people, it's an emotional transition, selling a home or moving to another chapter in their life. So our goal is really just to educate, to teach, to have fun, and to really guide you home or to your next chapter.
Yeah. And I love the part you said, Monica, to really educate, right? Like that component. I think that's something, number one, the most of the agents, they tend to ignore. And that's kind of really the real cause why a lot of the consumers, buyers or sellers, they don't see us as educators, or as experts, or as consultants, as someone who can really give them the right advice, within whatever they need within that problem, right? They more see us as salespeople, right? Which they try to make a sell, make a quick buck and make a living in a way, right? So I love that education part, so who wants to share some articles, guys? You guys have some good news, some hot news, some maybe a little bit, I don't know, not so true news.
I'll share something. I'll kick it off. So, one of the things that, and I'll share my screen.
You can click on present and share
Okay.
screen. You should be able to do that.
Gotcha. Let's see.
Which, by the way, guys, who's doing the podcast for the first time?
First time.
First time for Monica. I love that. You
Yeah.
look
Can you
like a
see the
pro.
screen? Thanks.
Let me put a screen right here. All right. So I think it would be good if you read it out loud, maybe, Monica. So some people who
Yeah,
cannot see it, because this is a podcast format. So I know a lot of people,
of
they're going to
course.
listen to this in the car or maybe in the gym as well. And by
Mm-hmm.
the way, guys, if you're watching this and can you hear us good, can you see us good, just give us some likes, give us some hearts, like share it, with the people you think they can really benefit out of it. And if this is something you would like to get more information on, like go hit the subscribe button. We need those subscribers. It helps the algorithm, it helps us out so we can actually put more good information for you. So Monica, why don't you read for us?
Yes, I'll kick it off. So, November 2023, we got this article from the Yonkers Times. Now, Yonkers is one of those really dope parts of Westchester.
Hmm.
It's not too far from the Bronx, maybe 10-15 minute drive from the Bronx, right along the Metro North line. So, really easy to commute in and out of the city. And they actually just opened up a brand new studio,
Wow.
$100 million studio in Yonkers. Now, this is like a first. Breaking ground this
Hmm.
huge in this area. I mean, we are building high rise apartments, condos along the water. There's new rentals hitting this area. So this whole area is experiencing a revitalization. And this $100 million studio is just another element showing that Yonkers is a place that a lot of people want to be. So even as a homeowner in Yonkers, I bought a property there just a handful of years ago. The amount of equity that you're seeing in investing in a place like
Hmm.
Yonkers is huge. People are moving here. There's a lot happening. So the main key points of this is it says the biggest takeaways from the announcement that Media Pro Studios, in collaboration with Great Point Studios, shared was about the breaking grounds. It's a 20,000 square foot studio at 1050 North Broadway. It marks the third in Yonkers in 3 years, and the hope is to create an Eastern Seaboard hub for TV and movie production. I'm sure some of you may know TV and movie production is going to bring a lot of jobs. It's going to bring a lot of people to this area, which is only going to increase the desirability of this area. So I recommend to a lot of clients I'm working with now who are buying in Yonkers, this is a great time because as new projects are breaking ground and growing, it's just going to continue to be one of those places to
Hmm.
be. And you can't beat that it's 10 minutes from New York City. I mean, you really get a lot of bang for your buck. So, um, Media Pro North America, they provide Spanish programming. They're going to have 3 sound stages, 20,000 square feet, post production facilities, amenities. And this is just a drop in the bucket. It says Great Point Studios opened its $500 million Lionsgate studio in downtown Yonkers in 2022. So they are just continuing to expand. I mean, if you think about a $500 million project in a place like Yonkers, it's saying a lot about where people want this neighborhood to go. The mayor is talking about this. iPark, which is a really dope area, recently purchased company purchased a 28-acre campus from Rising Ground for 52 million. So Yonkers is slowly becoming the Hollywood on the
Oh my!
Hudson.
And
So
what's crazy though, that everybody's talking about the market, how the market's crashing, and I mean they what is it, $500 million investment in Yonkers, right? Like, where
definitely.
is the money coming from? It's pretty incredible.
It's a sight to see. And I mean, you're getting a lot of people moving from the city saying, hey, I want a little piece of like that city slash suburban life here in Westchester. So I'm happy to help any homeowners looking to move or home buyers looking to grab a little piece of the pie, really.
Of the pie. Yes,
Mhm.
indeed. So, by the way, just a little bit about Monica. So, Monica, she doesn't live in Yonkers. She lives close to Yonkers, right? But she's really, really familiar with Yonkers, and of course, she even has investment property in Yonkers. Guys, did you guys know? And post it in the comments below. Is Yonkers part of New York City? is Yonkers, part of New York City. Don't give it away because that's a little trivia. Like put it in the comments below. If you think that Yonkers it's part of city, say yes, Yonkers is part of city, and we're gonna let you know afterwards. Now, Monica, Yonkers, it's not a big area, right? To begin with, I know it's like a really small, right? If you can tell the
Mhm.
viewers, because I know maybe a lot of people which are watching this, they
Mhm.
probably not gonna know where Yonkers is. So where
Mhm.
is Yonkers to begin with?
Yeah, so Yonkers is just north of the Bronx, and it's it's a perfect location. It's right there. Um, for those of you watching live, I have a little graph to show you where it is. So you can see North Riverdale. That's like the North
Hmm.
Bronx. You see Wakefield. You
That's
got
that's
you
a
know
money area, Riverdale, right? That's where the money is.
Riverdale.
If you live in Riverdale, like yes, you got the job, right? You got the good
Mhm.
profession. Yeah,
Mhm.
a lot of nice
Absolutely.
buildings in
And
Riverdale. Yeah.
gorgeous buildings, some of the best dining as well. X2O on the Hudson is a beautiful place to grab food. They just have a brand new shop right that was just built in the downtown. Lots of new restaurants. Ludlow is a nice area a little south of Yonkers. It's still considered Yonkers, but lots of great amenities, things to do. Bryn Mawr is also a really nice community.
Hmm.
Um, Great stores, great shopping. As you can see, there's a huge golf course here in the heart. Cross County has the best shopping. I have to drag my mom out of there every time we go. So it's a nice location. Not literally
And
drag. I'm sorry, mom, if you're watching this.
and it's all good. Mamas loves us, right? Leave the drama for the mama. And you know what I like. And thank you that you're showing the map because like even me myself, I don't really know where Yonkers exactly is, right? Like keep that in
Mm-hmm.
mind. I've been selling real estate in New York City for the past 20 years. But what I like about the Yonkers, you see a lot of green over there. So if you zoom in,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of green, right? And you get a couple of lakes over there too, right on the other
Yep.
side. On the west side, they have the Hudson River.
Mm-hmm.
So you got almost like the beachfront, the waterfront over there as well, which is kind of nice. So
Definitely. You got the beachfront. You got Ridge Hill. You got Legoland for the kiddos.
wow,
Ridge
they
Hill
have a
has all
Legoland
the
in
shopping.
Westchester.
There
I
is
didn't
a
know that.
Legoland. Let's go. Let's
Oh
all
my
go.
god,
We're out of
I
here.
got I gotta take Mikael over there. Maybe I'll take you over
Definitely.
there, and maybe we'll go over there with the team.
We're out of
Who
here.
loves
Let's go.
Legoland over here? Who likes Lego, guys? You guys don't like
Who
Legos?
doesn't love
No.
Legolands? Yes.
Who
And they
doesn't
have
like
indoor
Legos?
skydiving.
Like put it in the comments below. Do you guys like Legos, or you think Legos are corny? You go for the blocks. The blocks, the big ones. The Legos are the small ones. Now, the big ones, the blocks, they are ones which are in right now. But me, honestly, I still think Lego is way cooler and way more creative. So I'm definitely a Lego man. Josh,
Mm-hmm.
did you know there is a Legoland in Westchester?
No, I didn't, but I'm a little more curious on the indoor skydiving.
The
Oh,
indoor skydiving.
can you go
And
Yeah,
for
back to the
those,
map?
yeah,
let me see that indoor skydiving because
let's
I'm
zoom
probably never
in.
gonna go skydiving, right? So
I know where the
just
spot is, but it's right by the highway, the indoor
indoor skydiving.
skydiving.
Let me find it. Where was it? Okay,
I
gotta
think
zoom
that's
in.
right by the yeah, if you zoom in,
How high do you go? How does it work?
it's
With
like a small thing. Yeah, I mean
hmm
it's
Oh, it's just a thing, and you're just
I'll type
floating.
it in.
you're just floating. Yeah.
Right.
Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Indoor sky. I fly indoor skydiving.
Yeah.
So it's a good time. You got the Whole Foods Cheesecake Factory. It's very people cry about the
Very
Cheesecake
bougie.
Factory.
Wow.
Do you think Cheesecake Factory is a good first date? Let me know.
Well,
A whole
I would
topic.
say, don't do the skydiving after the Cheesecake Factory. I would say do the skydiving first and then go for the Cheesecake Factory. If
Right,
anything.
right,
You know what I mean? Like
right.
celebrate the win that you're still alive and you didn't die on the dive. Even though it's
Always a good
indoors. I
time.
don't think I don't think you can die really over there, honestly. It's not like you're jumping from 20,000 square feet, from the air.
Hmm
So this is
I
this is
agree.
good. This is a great news for Yonkers. Let's go Yonkers.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Let's do it.
By the way, Monica, I do think Cheesecake Factory is appropriate for a date. So if there's any
The first
listeners
date.
out there, you can take me out on a date to Cheesecake Factory. I'm always down
Oh
with that.
my God.
Cheesecake Factory. Yes.
Let's
What's your
go. Let's
favorite?
do it.
What's your favorite dessert in Cheesecake Factory? You got any like a special dessert, special meals over there or something?
Oh, I
No.
haven't been in like so long, so I
Me
wouldn't
too.
even know.
So I tell you a funny story. I went to Cheesecake Factory. This is years ago, and the cakes are amazing, of course, right? The cakes is like you don't even need a meal because the cakes are so big and so filling that you get so
Yeah.
filled up. But I checked the calories and the cakes they had like 2,000 calories,
Oh my gosh.
2,500 calories. They have a
Don't
lot
look
of
at it.
calories. That's crazy. I mean, how many hours would I have to spend on the elliptical, right, to like burn it out?
Why would you do that to yourself? Just eat it and don't look back.
Eat it and don't look back.
Right,
I
Josh?
agree.
Eat it and don't look back. We still have the donuts, by the way, in the office. Nobody wants
I'm
those.
Get
good.
them things out of here. They're
No.
like
Let's go
Not
down.
a
stale.
Let's go
cheesecake guy.
Dunkin'.
Who
Let's go
who brought the
Dunkin'.
donuts in the office?
Your favorite home agent.
Why are you throwing me under the bus like that? That's how we
I
do.
I
I
I
agree
told her
with
to
them.
bring it. I told her to bring it. I'll take the bullet. I told her to bring it. It was my idea,
Wow.
and nobody ate it. I ate like 6 donuts
I
yesterday at
did eat
night.
a donut.
No, I think just enjoy them. I say enjoy them.
I was just telling John, Alex Hermosi and Leela, they have never skipped dessert. And they eat dessert every single night to prove that as long as you are controlling the calories that you intake, you can still be in shape and have dessert as long as you work out and you monitor those calories. So that's my defense. And I'm sticking to
Mm,
it.
good, good. Well, you know what I love also about the article. It just make me think, and for a lot of the people watching this, live or recorded, which by the way, for a lot of buyers, I think this can be really helpful. If a company, a well educated and established, company is investing $500 million into an area, like, you better believe it, they did their due diligence, right? Like they know what the future is bringing, right? So for those of you, if you guys are still hesitant, if where the market is at, where the market is going to go, where the pricing is going to be in the next 5, 10, 20 years, like, don't worry about that. Like, companies are investing billions of dollars in those areas. So should you. So should you. Which, by the way, Monica, many years ago, I went to Yonkers with my dad. I mean, you probably guys know my dad used to be a landlord. I used to be an investor, and we were looking at a six-family building in Yonkers
Hmm.
for $325,000.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
325, and I mean it was a big ass six-family building. I mean, all apartments built, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. I mean,
Oh
big,
my
big
goodness.
brick.
Wow.
325. I mean, what could be the building worth now?
Easily $1 million.
Easy million
Easily.
dollars, right?
Yeah,
So, so thank you, Monica. Good article. What
for
else? What else
sure.
is in the news? What are we gonna discuss? Who wants to share some?
I can share mine to kind of piggyback off of Monica's. This is more
Mm-hmm.
of an out of New York article.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but a lot of people, I guess I'll present the screen.
Yeah, and which, by the way, guys, our company, the Real Broker, just to clarify, we are licensed in New York State. Our team, however, our company, we are in all 50 states and 4 provinces in Canada. So yes, if you need a help, connecting somewhere else besides New York State, we have partnerships in all the states.
So, my experience so far dealing with a lot of home buyers,
Hmm.
people looking to invest a lot of people have been recently looking out of state, whether that's to purchase their first home or for investment. A lot of people looking to get that cash flow starting or invest in a property have been telling me I'm looking out of New York because New York is just too expensive. So I found this article from the Business Insider from a real estate expert who's an investor, shares the five affordable cities where rental properties will deliver excellent cash flow with a median price of under 180,000, excuse me.
Mm.
So that really stuck out to me because it's hard to get any home in New York for that price point. So this is a reason that a lot of people are looking outside. So just to look at some of the cities that they're talking about, can you guys guess what maybe one of them are? Anybody else? You guys
Maybe Tennessee.
All right, so the first area
Ohio.
is Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. Can you guys guess like what the median home price might be here?
Yeah, put it in the comments, guys. Put in the comments below. Let's don't give it to the viewers that easily. If you
Well,
guys can guess, is it a single? You saying single family or multifamily, Felicia?
let's take a look. So it looks like these are probably single family homes just by looking
Okay,
at this. The median home price is 110,000 with a rent of a little over 1,000. So I think that that's a great rent price. I mean, what do you guys think?
that's crazy. I mean, that's unbelievable. You know, guys, in New York City, right? Because I love to talk upstate right after this, right? You know, I love upstate, but I mean, in New York City, what can you buy for 110,000 in New York City?
A
Maybe
condo
probably a
maybe?
studio condo.
A studio condo, maybe? No, not in Queens.
No.
Well, in
No.
West some parts of Westchester you can.
Westchester, yes. Westchester. Yep, yep. What about Suffolk, Felicia? I know you specialize in Nassau and Suffolk. Can
Yeah,
they get
so
something for 110 in Suffolk?
it would be very difficult. I'll be honest. You're probably looking more towards the closer to $200,000 price point for that. So, like, if you are looking to invest and it seems a little unaffordable, there are still some areas in New York, and John, I know you can preach about this
Hmm.
also, that are still somewhat affordable. So, if you guys are wondering where those areas are, definitely reach out to any one of us, and we can definitely explore those areas with you. Um, but let's take a look. What other guesses do you guys have for areas
You know,
before
it's crazy. $10,000. What other area you think is gonna be on it?
you saw it?
Yeah, we saw it.
All
Yeah,
right, all right, all right.
and you know what? I'm actually really surprised. You know that Indianapolis it's on that list because Indianapolis has been hot for the past few years. I actually know a couple of friend of mine they invested in Indianapolis and did really really well, like double or triple the valuation. So I'm actually really surprised that Indianapolis is still affordable. And yes, it is. They have the Indy cars, right? The Indy cars over there. And they have a lot of different things going on in that state and in that city. So Indianapolis, it's a great spot to invest.
And what do you think the price point here is?
I think 135, 120. You know what? 123.
230
Ooh my gosh. Indianapolis. Let's go.
and a $1,300 rent price, which is still pretty good.
It's still very reasonable, but I mean, if you look at comparison, right? And Monica's gonna love this. If I look at the Cleveland, the price was 110 and the rent was like thousand something. I mean, this is more than a double in terms of the price, but the rent is only like 25% higher. Right, so like rent to price, it sounds like Cleveland it's probably better for investment, even though I know Cleveland tends to have a higher crime rate and stuff. Just putting it out, right? You
It's
probably
just
need a
an
shotgun
opinion.
and a bulletproof when you go pick up the rents. But yeah, Interesting.
Any guesses for the next one?
I think Chicago's probably on there. But you know what? I think with Cleveland too, there's probably pockets. There's probably pockets in Cleveland that are nice and pockets where you might want to be ready. Like any
Yes.
city. Any city.
Yes,
Very
yes,
true.
yes. Well, guys, we from New York City, right? We ready all the time. Let's keep it real. New York City is still New York City, even though
Pun
they clean up good. You can still get stepped on the subway, so you better watch out.
intended.
Yes,
All right,
indeed.
let's see what the next one is.
Monica's born in Chicago.
Wow, this is a trick. I mean,
Oh my
we said
God.
Ohio, Cincinnati. What do you think the price
Oh,
point here is? We kind of got Cleveland, so what do we think Cincinnati?
it's gonna be like
170.
no, it's gonna be higher than 230. I think, Monica, because they have it in order. So I think like 275.
John's being strategic. Let's see. Oh,
Oh, right
259.
there. Oh my God. I was close though. I was close.
But look at the rent. It's almost the same.
That's crazy, right? So I mean, and it's funny that Ohio took the first and third spot, right? But I mean, for investor, I pay 110, I get like almost $1,100, or I pay 260 and I get like $1,400. Like, I don't have to think twice about this.
Let's see what's next. If there's any others. Ohio again.
Oh my God! Oh hi yo! Let's go.
The heck's Toledo?
It's a city in Ohio. That's what it is.
No, it's Toledo, Toledo, Ohio.
Toledo, yes.
You don't even know anybody from there.
I know, but I
Well,
heard of Toledo.
It's not, you can get to know somebody. Hey, are you from Toledo? Drop in the comments where you're from Toledo, or if you know where Toledo's at. Because Josh has no idea where Toledo's at. It looks like a nice city though on the photo. It looks like a small, you know. It's got a water over there, little waterfront. It's nice.
and what are we guessing for median home prices here? This might throw you.
I'm crazy that Toledo is more
It
expensive
looks a little
than
more.
Cincinnati. It's gonna throw me off. So I would say, I'm gonna say 289.
Going once, going twice.
320.
Oh my God, Toledo!
We ain't going there.
Wow.
But look at the rents compared to the
crazy.
110 median
Looks
home
nice,
price
too.
in Cleveland.
I think we should visit Toledo. Let's go.
Let's move to Toledo, guys.
I moved, but visit is cool.
I gassed them up.
I mean, $900 for rent is crazy.
That's crazy. 895. That's unbelievable. And Monica, that's probably like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's like a single family house price. It's not even a what can you rent for 895 in New York? I had a discussion with my wife yesterday. My basement apartment, which I renovate right now, a small 1-bedroom, it's like 5 by 5, the bedroom size, right? We still consider bedroom in New York City. I can get like $1,500 for that. That's crazy.
Well, it gets crazier. I think you guys kind of peaked already for the next one, so we'll just go right into it. Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
That's nice though. Looks nice.
What are we thinking? What are we thinking?
Milwaukee. I'm thinking like
I don't know, 300?
I was gonna say 300.
no, Milwaukee has no 300. I would say like 289 for Milwaukee.
Isn't that like where the cheese, like Wisconsin, home of the cheese, or that's somewhere else?
It's
Is
home
it?
of the cheese. It's definitely the cheese place.
Is it? Guys, put in the comments below. Is Wisconsin the state of the cheeses or not? Maybe just Felicia and Monica, they just love cheeses.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. We'll have to research that after. 175
175.
It's crazy.
and 1,100 for the rent. So that's pretty
It's not.
good.
That's pretty. It's pretty good.
That's really good. And I think that that concludes the best, what was it, 5 affordable cities that have excellent cash flow. And we were really able to see that here. With then all
Mhm.
the prices, actually, all the prices were not under 180,000.
Yes, I mean, I think like maybe a couple of them were under 180, right?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
it
they
said
said
three.
three. They said three were under
Yeah,
180.
okay, because this one was 230 in Indiana. So, okay, three. All right. But still, great,
So
great
good
investment.
job, Felicia. So listen to this. I fact checked it. So Wisconsin is the number one cheese producing state,
Extra.
making
Yes.
26% of the country cheese.
Love it.
Wisconsin cheesemaker use about 90% of Wisconsin's milk supply to make more than 2 billion pounds of cheese every year. Wisconsin
That's
has
crazy.
about 1,300 licensed cheesemakers. They have
Wow.
more cheesemakers than realtors, guys, by the way. Did you guys know that?
I
Insane.
mean, clearly, it's very serious about the cheese.
Well, we know where to. I wonder if they make feta cheese because that's right up John's
I
alley.
love feta
Oh
cheese.
yeah, you mean because I took a little bite from your plate today,
No,
feta
I
cheese?
just know you like feta cheese.
I love all the cheeses. You know what I just learned about cheeses? That they're actually not as good for you unless they're like
No.
made out of raw milk. If they pasteurized, like if they pasteurize, it's actually not good for you. But if it's made out of like a raw milk and they raw, then it's good. So you should eat it. So if you want a raw cheese, get it in Whole Foods because that's where they have this selection.
Who knew? I'm gonna go get
Yes,
some cheese after this.
selling
Some wine
cheeses
and some
too.
cheese. We need some wine to go with that cheese.
Wine and the cheese.
And
How about some
crackers.
grapes and cheese?
The grapes are the wine, just in
Yeah,
liquid form.
liquefy grapes. Yeah, I hear you.
Oh my god.
Interesting article. Thank you, Felicia. So who else has some news to share with us? Josh, what you got for us, brother?
Let's see. I'm a little biased with my area, so I
Good.
love my queens.
Hey, why not? You should be a little
You know,
biased when you're proud, right?
yeah. All right, how do I? Let me see. How do I
So click
share?
click on the present thing, and then you can hit the share screen thing over there.
Nice. Google Chrome would like to record this computer screen. Let's see if this works. Am I able to open it?
You can just click the present and share, and it's gonna should share your screen.
That's what I did. Preset. Share screen. Share. Okay, hold on.
Got
Wait
it?
a second. I think I got it. Are we good?
We did it.
We
All
are
right.
keeping it real, guys.
Real
We are
talk.
Yeah.
live. Yes.
All right. So
Oh,
we
we're not seeing
just
anything, by the way. You're not
no.
sharing it.
Mm,
I think Monica's going to help Josh now. Look, Monica's going to
All right,
appear.
so
My
what is
God, today,
no.
how did she transform
She
over
gave
there?
up our cover.
it needs to
Uh
be in the
oh.
oven.
We're
This is
not
gonna be
all in the
oven.
same office.
Gotcha.
Why would we do that?
Gotcha.
Yes.
Now you should be able to.
All right. What about now, guys? Let me see. Preset.
Not
Share
nothing
screen.
yet.
Share. Click
You have to
it.
give it a second, I think.
It want it's gonna bring it up first
hit
over
share.
here.
All right.
Which, by the way, Josh is usually the most technical guy from most
I'm
of
the
us.
tech
But
guy. I'm the tech guy.
this is the
I'm
first
gonna
time he's
use it.
using StreamYard, guys. So
Hey.
let's give him some.
All
Let's
right.
give him some break.
Are we good?
Yep.
All
We
right.
are good.
So we just got approved a couple of months back for this redevelopment in Willits Point, and they just added $12.3 million purchase of additional land on top of that.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. So this is where, if you guys have been to Queens, if I'm a huge Mets fan, so if you ever been to City Field, it's right by City Fields. So that whole section right now, um, they're planning to developers are planning to build a soccer stadium, affordable housing, retail spaces, open space, elementary school, and a hotel. Right. So
It is
it's
crazy,
gonna be
man.
it's gonna be a crazy project, and about 20,000 square feet. So
Tw-
it's gonna be insane, right? And so in addition, they're gonna have a 25,000, right? 25,000 stadium for the soccer team, 2,500 affordable housing apartments, 40,000 square feet of public open space, and a 650 seat public elementary school, plus a 250 room hotel. So this
Wow.
this is this is going to be huge for the borough for sure.
This is such a great news, and you guys know I used to live, at Skyview, right by the lot, right, for the past 7 years, and this project, they've been going back and forth with this for the past, since I've been in real estate, for the past 20 years. They've been trying to get this lot and develop this lot. So this is a great news. How many square feet? How many apartments over there, Josh?
So it's going to be a total. So all the space is going to make up about 20,000 square feet, right? Uh, the soccer stadium is going to be 25,000 seat, right?
Did they find out what club it's gonna be?
So I'm not really a soccer fan, to be honest with you guys, but this is
Mm.
some sort of New York
Help us
CSP.
out. Help us out, guys. For those of you watching this and you guys are soccer fans in New York, right? Like, drop it in the comments below. Village Point, what team's gonna be playing the soccer and representing Queens? Let us
It's
know.
right over here. And it's funny because a bunch of my guys, they're huge soccer fans, right? So
Oh wow.
yeah, it's
What
I
happened?
watch more.
Betting on soccer, bro? I thought you betting on
Now I
soccer
don't I don't
too.
I don't know. It's not really my.
Not
I'm a
not
basketball,
your
basketball and
thing.
baseball type of guy. But
You
hey,
gotta have you gotta have the knowledge about the players, right? How they playing and all that.
that's true. That's true. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. World Cup. I'll watch, but I can't. It's too much to stay up to date. They have like, I don't know, bunch of different leagues, bunch of different championships throughout the year. I don't know. My friends try
Mm.
to explain it to me. Doesn't stick. So But
Good
ask
man.
me about Mets and Knicks. I'm there all day.
Yeah, I'm really excited, for this project in specific, because I know they did, this is like a multi-level project, right? Because it's not just, commercial or just residential or just a stadium or just housing or just a school, right? This is like a multiple things all together. So that is great. I don't think we've seen a project, this kind of project ever in Queens really being developed. And in Queens, we don't have that many projects. Let's be honest, right? I mean, we got bunch in Flushing. That's residential with some commercial on the bottom, right? They're building the crazy buildings in downtown Flushing. Not that Flushing is not overcrowded at all. Like, we have the spaces for people, right? And they building bunch of buildings in Long Island City, right? But again, that's just residential, and they very rarely would build like subsidiary housing or schools, right, with commercial and a stadium and residential. I think they, Josh, how many, 2,000 apartments or something like that, or 3,000 apartments this project's gonna have, which is that's a great
Yeah,
amount of housing.
2,500 affordable housing apartment units.
25.
Uh, it's insane. Just 40,000 square feet of public open space.
Mm,
600. This is great. 650 seat public elementary school,
that's great.
and on top of that, a 250 room hotel.
Yeah, we need schools. So guys, I mean, I used to live in Flushing. We just recently moved to Toronto with the family. I'm between New York City and Toronto. And my son used to go to one of the Flushing school PS20. Shout out to PS20. It's one through fifth grades, and they have over 600 students. And in the classroom, they have about 34 to 36 students, guys. 34 to 36 students per class.
It's
That's a
crazy.
lot. That's a lot. In Long Island, Felicia, it's like half. It's like half. So we need schools, and we need new schools. So this is a big news for Flushing, and this is big news for Queens as well. What do you guys think about the traffic though? It's gonna be crazy with the traffic now though. Do you guys think it's gonna?
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm worried about because it's already crazy traffic, and I don't know. It's gonna be a lot more foot traffic.
The parking. Where are they gonna park?
So I think they probably the stadium's gonna have a parking and the building's gonna have a parking, but it's definitely gonna not gonna be enough parking for all the residents, right? Like that's for sure.
They're gonna. I mean, they'll how much, what, 20,000 square feet, like it's insane. They're gonna have the space for parking, but it's just the traffic getting to these locations, to the games, right? I would probably say best bet is not even to drive,
No drive,
right?
yeah.
We have that's a big thing with Queens.
Mm.
We're big on public transportation, right? So the LIRR takes you right there, the 7 train, right? So I would take public transportation,
Mm.
if you're going to be going to any of these areas, like for the games, or unless you're
And
unless you're living in, you know,
and I think there's the city field stop, right? The 7 train, right over
yeah,
there, right?
yeah,
And I heard Josh, they're gonna be also connecting it with LaGuardia, right? They're gonna do the air train. So people which are taking the flight, they can actually get from that spot. They can take the air train to the airport as well. So it's going to be really interesting with all these projects going on. How that's really it's going to change. It's going to change the area. Now, do you guys know what's there in Village Point right now? No, don't say that, Josh, because you're from Queens. Like, if you don't know where Village Point is, I like what does it represent for the Queensers, right? Like you're not really from Queens.
I don't know what's there right now. I
You
can't
don't
think
know
of
what's
it. But if you
there?
say it, I probably would know.
Yes, you would know.
This is a new domain for me.
Okay, okay. Which, by the way, I think those areas are in different counties as well. I'm sure there's a similar uh, function of the area in Brooklyn as well and Bronx as well. So, Josh, what's in Village Point right now currently?
a bunch of mechanics, a bunch of mechanic car shops, uh, warehouses, um, yeah, pretty much just a bunch of that, junkyards,
Junkyards, right? Like
you know.
if
So
you ever drove by a City Field, former Shea Stadium, right? You guys remember Shea Stadium? Yeah. Which I don't understand why they even build the City Field because they literally the Shea Stadium was right here and they've moved it like this and built it next door, which doesn't make sense to me. They spent like I think like $500 million or a bit $2 billion on that, so that didn't really make sense. They were discussing they're gonna turn Shea Stadium into a theater, right? Into like a museum, and then they just knocked it down. So I really don't know why they did it. But if you drove by a City Field and you've been hustled on, Like, hey, you want to fix something? You want to get a bumper, right? Like those guys are hustling over there all the time. So that's a great project, Josh, and thank you for sharing.
And, and fun fact about that. Well, number one, City Field. It's the greatest baseball stadium in the U.S. That's number one.
Of course,
Not
it
just
is,
saying that.
Josh.
Just not just saying that. It really is. Number two, if you're in the parking lot over there, right? In certain parts of the parking lot, you can still see they still have on the ground where the actual infield is. It's still labeled where the home plate, first base, second base, third base is over there. So you can literally see exactly, the outline where it was with Shea Stadium, which is really cool. Just a little fun fact.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
And listen, don't worry, I'll take you to different stadiums, around the state, so you can get a little bit of a perspective. Okay.
Let's go
So
Mets, baby.
any other news, guys? I know we got like 5 minutes.
I guess we can just briefly, for the last 5 minutes, chat a little bit about talk to home sellers right now in all of these markets. I know for the past 2 years, a lot of home sellers have been wanting to move, but they haven't made the move because they're like, interest rates are high. I don't know where I'm moving to. I'm not sure what my plan is. One of the really premier services we offer is we offer these consultations with sellers where we can figure out your game plan. Like, where are you moving to? When do you want to be there? What makes sense for you? And also, we can include contingencies. If we get your home sold in record time, which we always do, we can definitely talk to the buyers and let them know, hey, this is contingent on you finding a new place. So we even have some lenders who can close same day on your home being sold and you purchasing the new one. So we really try to make it as easy and as smooth as possible for you when it comes to this. It can be a lot. You probably have been sitting on the sidelines for the past year thinking, hey, like, I want to buy, but I can't give up my 3% rate for 8%. Well, good news is we're at 5% now, with certain rates being able to, at 5% for FHA, around 6 for conventional. As of the recording of this video, I can't promise you what it will be in a week, but if you're excited about making the move, finally, like saying I'm ready, reach out to us and let us know how we can help.
Yeah, definitely let us know. We are realtors, okay? So you know what's funny? It's so funny, Monica. You talking about the sellers because I actually found this article. Can you guys see this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it says over a third of New York City homes for sale gets taken off market without finding a buyer. It's like when I read that, I was like, what? What happened? Like they couldn't find a buyer? Like give us a call. Like we have people looking, right? Like we don't have enough inventory. So this is a really interesting article. So it says New York City competitive real estate market is apparently leaving out a growing number of people looking to sell their homes, according to a new survey. A real estate listing website, Street Easy, said that more than 1/3 sellers in 5 boroughs were taking their homes off the market without finding a buyer. The survey conducted by the Harris Pool found sales was also more like to get stressed about putting a home on the market than most other major life events. Yeah, well, it can be stressful when you're selling your place and you certainly don't have someone helping you, like a planning wedding. 76% said a home was more stressful. So, all for the single ladies and single guys, right? If you bought your home, getting married should be piece of cake, okay? Uh, like planning a wedding. Okay, so finding a job 70% or getting a root canal 65%. Yeah, root canal is definitely on the top. It's not fun. Did you guys ever get a root canal done?
Never.
No.
Never. No, I did a couple times, maybe a few times. No, it's not fun at all, and it's pretty expensive too. Actually, pretty expensive.
Lay off the
But
candies.
lay off the candies.
The donuts.
Oh,
Lay off the
donuts, right,
donuts.
Felicia? Thank you, thank you. Lay off the donuts. So researchers said buyers can be turned off if the asking price is even slightly higher than comparable listings. Of course, they have options. According to the survey, which also found that homes are less likely to sell the longer they sit on the market. Well, that's kind of obvious, right? Like if the home is long on the market, like what is one of the first questions the buyer's gonna ask? How long the home has been in the market, right? Because they always think, the longer the home has been in the market, either something wrong with the house, right? Like why nobody's buying it if it's such a great home. So there's maybe some issues with the house, or they might say, I can actually negotiate with the owner right now because they've been long on the market. That means they must be desperate, right? Chances of selling also drop if the owners try to sell it themselves without the help of a realtor. Yes, please don't do that. That's very irresponsible, okay? Trying to do something by yourself, which you never done it before, with the biggest investments in your life, possibly ever. You don't want to do that, okay? Get a good realtor. If you look in New York City or New York State, contact us, obviously. New York City real estate has never been as easy landscape. Homes in the five boroughs take nearly 6 times longer to sell on the average. Yes, we never like it easy. With a median home spending of 89 days on the market before entering a contract, which, by the way, guys, our market lines about 30. Okay, the survey started. That's compared to the national average, so about 15 days, right? Like New York City, like 89 days, a national 15 days. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is like what, 6 times? It takes 6 times longer to sell a home in New York City. We should get, by the way, we should get paid 6 times or more too. Just saying, right? If it
Hmm.
takes longer, that means we work on it longer. Should we get paid more? Do you guys think we should get paid more? Like, put in the comments below if you think we should get paid more because it takes a lot longer and takes a lot more effort. Homes in the city are also considerably more expensive than the rest of the country. The minimum asking price of New York City home was just under 1.1 million, right? So comparison to the city in Ohio, I believe it was Cleveland, it was 110,000, right? So it's only like 10 times more expensive. So definitely New York City is on the top, which is more than triple the national average. Triple the national average. That means any home that is considered well priced has intense competition. Is that true, guys? Do you guys see that? Do you guys see like multiple offer situation if the home is priced to sell?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still very competitive, right?
Yep.
That means any home that's considerable price is giving sellers the upper hand as they are more likely to receive offers close to the asking price. Homes sold in September received more than 96% of the initial asking price, according to the Harris Poll. That is crazy. 96% of the homes got the asking price, guys. Are we in the buyer's market or are we in seller's market? Well, that depends where exactly we are, right? Because even in New York City, we have different neighborhoods, right? Like
Yeah.
some neighborhoods, they're
Depends on the
moving
area.
faster than the others. But,
Yeah.
96%, that is pretty crazy. Given the demand for housing in the city and low inventory, many sellers are able to hold firm in their pricing rather than quickly reduce the price. The survey found, especially Manhattan, where just 50% of sellers lower their prices. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's a shocker to me, guys. What do you guys think about it?
Essentially, that the sellers are lowering their prices. Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean overall the article, it says
Yeah.
that three out of five sellers, right? Like they take in the homes of the market. Yet on the other hand, they say that 96% of the sellers they're actually selling at a full price. So I mean,
I
what
think,
does this tell us?
I mean, every sale is different, because sometimes you have situations where maybe there's tenants who are occupying it. If it's multifamily, maybe there's some type of distress on the property, which may be why, it may not have sold or anything like that. But one thing I'm seeing for sure in our market is homes are getting listed. If they're at a competitive price, they're moving for sure
Ho-
with multiple. Yeah,
I think you just said it. Can you repeat the last sentence you said?
homes are moving,
If
or if
if
they're priced competitively. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. That's what it is. So I think honestly, I think three out of the five sellers, I think the reasons they took the homes of the market because they overpriced the homes.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I mean, if you price the home to sell, is it gonna sell in today's market, guys?
Absolutely.
I mean, Josh, you had a listing recently in Bronx, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that? Like what happened with it? It went on the contract, right? Like, of course, but like what happened before?
Uh, okay. So had a listing. The sellers, wanted to test the market out, and they wanted a certain number. I went over all the data with them, right? Went over the comps,
Mm-hmm.
right? All the repairs, everything. Went over the data with them, and I let them know, hey, look, we should list it at this price because for whatever
Mm-hmm.
the reasons are, right? We should list it at this price. And they were like, no, it's worth a lot more. We can get a lot more. I'm like, you know what? No problem. The seller always, we have to agree with what, they ask us to do. So we'll list it. Let's see what happens. Listed it, had one open house, two open houses. Uh, I think in 2 weeks, we had two offers, and the two offers that came in were 400,000 under the asking price.
Four
And
hundred thousand.
400,000, right? And went back, sat back down with them, and you have to have the honest conversation. You can't be, you can't be, scared to talk to the seller and tell them what the truth is. They'll either listen and take your advice or they won't. It is what it is. But if they trust you, you build good rapport, and you know you're actually giving them real data and what it is, they'll listen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what did we do? I went over the numbers with them again. I said, if this was different and this was different, we could have got this number. But since it's not, right, let's list it at this. The most important thing is the visibility, right? You want to make sure you list it at market value and what it is, because if you don't, right, buyers and agents are searching for the homes, and they know their price points that they can go up to. And if it's priced over, they're not going to, when they search the home, they're not going to put it for up, right? They put up to a certain amount, not a minimum price point and up, right? And what happened? Next open house, I did it. Boom, full asking price offer. Boom, put it under contract. And that's the number. That's the number I gave them in the first place.
So what is the lesson for the sellers? Price it right. If you want to sell your place, get a good realtor and price it right. Price it right. So that was so good. Anything else, guys? Oh my God, it's 3:07. It's 3:07 already. They're gonna kick us out soon.
Just to conclude, we do have our home buyer seminar this Saturday. If you
Yep.
guys are interested, it's going to be from 1 to 3 here in Bayside, or you can join on Zoom. So reach out to us, or you can check on Eventbrite. You'll see it there. And we're going to be doing a seller seminar next month. So stay tuned for that.
Yes. And by the way, guys, we doing this. How often been doing this, Felicia? The podcast.
Once a month.
Uh, this podcast, I think we're
Oh,
doing every other week,
the
right? The
podcast.
seminar. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, every other week, right?
Every other week. So definitely, stay tuned. We are doing it every other Thursday from 2 to 3 Eastern Time. And this is recorded. So you can, if you're rewatching it, drop the comments down below if you'd like to know a little bit more about something, what we discussed, or maybe what we even didn't discuss, and you would like to know a little bit more information, definitely let us know. In the meantime, peace out, guys. And we will see you on the next one.